My Blu-ray Collection, Part 13. Ahoy hoy everybody, and welcome to part 13 of a look at my Blu-ray collection. Films, TV, music, various bits and bobs. No box sets, and by box sets I mean the stuff I've already shown, which is complete or multi-series TV box sets and multi-film box sets. Individual series releases are in with this. Individual film releases, even if they're in a posh edition, are in with this. Anyway, let's carry on. This is Absolutely Anything, directed by the late great Terry Jones. So Simon Pegg's a school teacher, and he suddenly finds that he has the ability to anything he wishes happens, and it's a power bestowed on him by a group of aliens who are voiced by the Pythons. And it's about, how he copes with these powers, basically. But yeah, good fun film. Excellent performance by Pegg and Kate Beckinsale. This is A Field in England. This won't be to everybody's taste. This is a film by Ben Wheatley, who's a great filmmaker. This is set during the English Civil War. Reece Shearsmith and Michael Smiley and Richard Glover are fleeing from an English Civil War battle, and they eat some mushrooms as they're escaping, and it all goes a bit weird. But yeah, really good film. Quentin Tarantino's 8th film, The Hateful Eight. I've mentioned a number of times, love Tarantino. Really enjoy all his films. I'm not a big fan of westerns in general, but I do still enjoy this film. Brilliant cast, brilliant acting. Yeah, Hateful Eight. This is Coffee, an Arrow edition. Again, I've mentioned in a previous video, I do like Pam Grier's blaxploitation films. This is probably the best of them. She's sort of a female. She's a nurse whose sister gets beaten up by a smack dealer. So she tries to get her vengeance on him any way she can. Yeah, but just really good. Really, I was going to say fun. It's a bit dark in places, but it is fun at times as well. Great performance by Pam Grier, really good film. This is Vin Diesel Riddick collection. This is the first three. Well, it's Pitch Black, the original Riddick film. And then Dark Fury, which is only on DVD, which I think was an animated film. And then The Chronicles of Riddick, which was the second proper film. I think that's right. Yes. Yeah. Basically, I bought Riddick because Katie Sackhoff was in it, which you will see at some point. I think it's in with this pile I'm going through now. And quite enjoyed that, so I thought, oh well, I might as well get the earlier ones, and this was a nice way of getting them. So yes, it's a multi-film collection, but because it's only in a slim case, it's for the time being it's staying with the normal Blu-rays. Hard Day's Night, Beatles' first film from 1964. What can I say? It's Hard Day's Night, a classic. It's good restoration, lots of bonus features on this one. Commentaries, making documentaries, interviews, all sorts. But yeah, Beatles' Hard Day's Night. This is The Fury, Brian De Palma film on Arrow release. It's just checking the plot. Basically, it's about some telekinetic people and one of them's a young man who gets kidnapped, and it's hard to explain, but it's a good film. It's not it's not top tier Brian De Palma, but it's certainly middle tier. And as always with Arrow releases, loads of extras. Another Brian De Palma film. This is Redacted. Basically, I got this because it's Brian De Palma. I've got most of his films now, if not all. This is an interesting one. It's done sort of found footage-y and news report-y type style. It's about the Iraq War and some of the soldiers do something they shouldn't do, and it's about the aftermath of that. Yeah, it's not a fun film, but it's a very good film. Sin City 2, A Dame to Kill For. Robert Rodriguez and Frank Miller's follow-up to Sin City, obviously. It's not as good as the first one, but it's still very enjoyable. Get Carter, Michael Caine's classic film. One of the there's a handful of films at the start of his career that really launched him, as this, Alfie, The Ipcress File, Zulu. They really put him out there. Just really gritty British gangster drama. Really good. Deservedly a classic. Okay, don't judge. 50 Shades of Grey. Or 50 Shades of Shit, as Big Paulie would call it. I don't mind these films. They're not good films. I really like Dakota Johnson, and obviously there are advantages to watching her in these films. Yeah, I mean, it's not great at all, but it's an enjoyable enough bit of fluff, and you can sort of laugh at the ludicrousness of the scripts. Yeah, so I have all three of these. I haven't watched the third one yet. It's in my to-watch pile, but all of them I sort of picked up cheap. I didn't buy them straight out. But yeah, I quite enjoy them. This is an excellent film. This is Tracks, starring Mia Wasikowska and Adam Driver. So it's based on a true story. Mia plays Robin Davidson, who decides that she's going to walk across the Australian desert, 2,000 miles, just with a dog and some camels. Adam Driver's a photographer who joins her for some of the voyage. But yeah, it's just really beautiful film, excellently acted. Can't fault it. 5-star film from me. This is Nick Rogue's Bad Timing. Really like Nicholas Rogue. One of our best ever filmmakers, in my opinion. It's not his best work, but still good. Art Garfunkel plays a guy who's in a relationship, and it's a very damaged relationship. And it's not a spoiler because it's a major part of the plot. She dies. Teresa Russell plays the girlfriend, and it's sort of told as a flashback of him describing what's happened to the police, and was it suicide or did he kill her. This is a network British film release in a slim case. Yeah, good solid film. This I really enjoyed. This is Knock Knock, made by Eli Roth, who made the Hostel films. So Keanu Reeves is a happily married architect who's left alone for the weekend while his wife and children go and visit their parents or something. There's a knock on the door as these two nubile young teenagers, played by Ana de Armas and Lorenza Izzo. Anna, of course, gone on to a lot since she was in Blade Runner 2049 or whatever the year is. She's in a new Bond film, lots of other bits as well. Basically, they seduce him, and then when he tries to kick them out, they start trying to kill him, basically. But yeah, really, really good film. This I enjoyed. I don't go a lot for these American comedies. A lot of them do nothing for me. But this was very good. This was Sex Tape, starring Jason Segel and the lovely Cameron Diaz. So basically they're a married couple whose sex life has gone stale, and they're doing everything they can to boost it, and they end up making a sex tape. And it's really funny, excellent performances. Good film. This is Wolf of Wall Street, Martin Scorsese's film, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, in a true story of Jordan Belfort, who's a New York stockbroker who was living a high life, basically. Literally, the high life. And not everything he was doing was legal, and it all went tits up, and it's basically his story. But yeah, excellent film. Brilliant performances by Leonardo DiCaprio, Jonah Hill, Margot Robbie, Matthew McConaughey, and many others. But yeah, really good film. This is The Tourist, starring Johnny Depp and Angelina Jolie. It's sort of a action-adventure-y type film that should be better than it is. It's okay, but it's not great. This is The Zero Theorem, Terry Gilliam's film. Very strange. So Christoph Waltz is a computer genius living in isolation. It's sort of in a strange future-y type world. And he's trying to work on this project that's been delegated to him by management. And he gets people visiting him, including Melanie Thierry, David Thewlis, Lucas Hedges. And, it's very strange. It's hard to describe, but yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. Nice slip. Yeah. What are we doing for time? A couple more, I think. This is Restless. This is an Australian Blu-ray of another Mia Wasikowska film. I really like Mia. I've got a lot of her stuff. This Gus Van Sant film. So, who's the guy? Henry Hopper. He's just sort of, I think he's an undertaker or something like that. I can't remember exactly. But he meets Mia at a funeral, and they find their bond, basically, and it's sort of a love story between them. It's nothing, it's not it is just a romantic comedy drama-y type of film. But yeah, it's really good. Excellent performances. We'll make this the last one for this part. This is Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. Basically got this for the cast: Lily James, Matt Smith, Lena Headey, Suki Waterhouse, Charles Dance, Bella Heathcote. It's silly. It is, what it says on the tin. It is Pride and Prejudice, but with zombies. But it's enjoyable. 107 minutes. Okay, so that's it for this part. Future parts on the playlist. Past parts on the playlist. Keep an eye on them. Thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you on another video. Thanks. Bye.